Well, hey everybody, and welcome to the Shy Panther and Friends show. I am Gail, your host, and we're doing what we do every chance that we get, and that is to try and celebrate the cultural heritage of the blues. And actually, today we're at Kingston Mines. It is a very historical blues club.
Yep.
Been
Yep.
around for a very long time, and it's still hot. It's a crowd here every weekend especially.
Every weekend.
Yeah,
Every weekend.
and then Sundays the jam. You got to, if you haven't been down here, you have to make sure come down to Kingston Mines, located in Chicago. Just Google it, you'll get the location, and usually by the weekends they tell you who's all going to be here. It is a wonderful place, and if you haven't experienced live blues, this is one of the places that you should be. All right, so to open up the show, we have a very amazing guitarist. He is our Chicago Music Award winner, Chicago Blues Hall of Famer, guitarist, youngest son of blues master Lonnie Baker Brooks. Welcome, Wayne Baker Brooks.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Gail.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I'm so happy we finally got nailed you down.
Right on. Right. I know.
We
Yeah,
get
it's been a
this.
while. Yep. We've been trying to do it for a while. Yep.
Yeah, so I know you just came off tour.
hmm
What, about a week ago, maybe?
Well, we did the blues cruise, the legendary blues cruise that went from uh, Fort Lauderdale to Tola to Dominican Republic
Wow.
to St. Thomas, and before that,
Mm-hmm.
we went to Florida to do like a month down in Florida, and we're on our way back to Florida as well too.
Mm-hmm.
But then we just did Des Moines for Valentine's Day too. So
Wow.
yeah, we all over the place.
Yeah, I never heard of a blues cruise.
Oh yeah, the legendary blues cruise. This was the number 42nd that we did.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's been going around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a long time.
And it was a treat because you got all the legends up on it. You know, all the I think the top 28 bands in the world are on this boat
Wow.
at one time. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
have to look it up to see when it does it happen yearly or
Every year. Yep.
I have
Every
to- I have to.
January. Not about fame for me.
Mm-hmm.
It really ain't. It's more about being passionate about preserving this music and keeping it rooted, you know, authentic, you know, and not just like archival, but here I am right here
Mm-hmm.
in real life giving you this music in the most authentic way that I can give it,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's a little more washed down than it is from my dad, and then there's a little more washed down from,
Yeah.
Muddy,
Yeah.
and then there's a little more washed down than it was from Robert Johnson.
That's right.
So Big Bill Brunsey, Chicago, Tampa Red, Chicago, so I think it's very important that a music that changed the world globally,
Mm-hmm.
when Muddy plugged in and he electrified blues, when he changed music, I think it's important that we keep that authentic. We keep knowing that root is there
Yes.
and building on top of it and keeping it as authentic as possible as we possibly can. That's how I look at it. That's what I strive for.
Wow.
And not only that, but take it to another height as well with my music.
That's right.
So I'm keeping things authentic, but also building on top of it to let it breathe, to reach out to other people that don't know about this real music here. Maybe I can turn them on. I've achieved some of that. A lot of people didn't know who my dad was that knew me. So I'm like, you like me? Wait till you hear my dad. Wait till you hear my brother. Just wait. We got like a plethora of music for you to
just
go through.
sit and listen and learn. I do it all the time. Now, why did you write the book Blues for Dummies?
Same reason.
And I saw that, I'm like, what?
Yes.
He wrote this book?
Yes. Same reason was I was in Muddy Waters' house when they brought his house from the Stovall plantation. That 17, I think 17 people lived in this house. Small shack, no bigger than from that light. Yeah, it was just a small shack. 17 people lived in that shack. And we're walking through it. And, you know, it's all these artifacts of Muddy and, you know, TV screens with him, you know, performing interviews and, you know, all the, you know, and I was like, wow, in awe. I was actually in awe because something like this meant the world to me, you know, because, you know, I did meet him at a young age, but I didn't know who I was meeting.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, and to be in his house, knowing who this man was for real, man, it hit me. And then I was like, I got angry. I got angry.
Didn't you? Is that how you
I got angry because they uprooted this man's house, brought it from the plantation to the city of Chicago just to show who this man is. And I'm thinking they would never do that to Elvis. You know why? Because Elvis is in Graceland and it's in a mansion and people go in droves to come and see him. So they would never have to uproot it to let people know who he is. People already know who he is, so they going.
Right.
So my goal was everybody needs to know Muddy, just like they know Elvis.
That's right. Now,
So instead of them uprooting his house, they should be going to his house in droves like they going to Elvis' house.
I thought you were telling me about you went to down south. I didn't know you meant.
No, they uprooted the house from Stovall Plantation to the City of Chicago Blues Festival. I think it was on Columbus and it's like on Columbus for sure.
What you're talking about.
And this was during the Blues Fest, and it was like Albert King, Freddie King, you know, B.B. King, Luther Allison. They all like contribute to the fire that I bring every night. Like,
so it's like you live in your
my dad, and you know, of course, my dad. It's in my genes already. Like, so I love the way his style was. He was different. I love his music. I love playing his music. You know, still today, you know, I jam into his music. You know, with him on video. You know, like, so, you know, I love those guys and loved how they played, you know. So Buddy was one of them, and his club was an intricate part of me being the entertainer that I am today, because I was able to do the songs that I wanted to do and try them out there on Monday Night Jams, and then, you know, beg my brother and my dad to let me come up and play. And they wouldn't believe me, so they finally let me. And then they saw the crowd go bananas, and it was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So, yeah.
Well, that's cool that you didn't get discouraged or mad at them. You just waited because you.
Oh no, I got mad. Believe me, I got mad.
Oh, you did.
Oh hell yeah, I got mad because I wanted, but you know, I don't know. I guess from my dad's point of view, he never thought, you know, sometimes I would get in the way, you know, like while they were rehearsing, you know, I would be there, like, you know, asking what y'all doing, you know, like,
wow, yeah.
You know, well, we're trying to rehearse, get out of here, you know. But, you know, me, like, just, you know, paying attention, that's all it really is if you pay attention, and if you, like, implement what you like learning, you know, it'll come to you, and that's how I look at, you know, that's how it was. It was like, you know, I'm self-taught, you know, but I'm in it every night, so I could like pick it up a little more than someone who just, you know, go to the guitar teacher for a day a week, you know, once a week.
And you were influenced by some of the greats.
All the greats.
That's right.
We were around all the greats. You name it. John Lee Hooker, Willie Dixon, Etta James, Chuck Berry, Bo Diddley, you know, Coco Taylor. You know, of course, you know, I'm saying everything, you know, without saying my dad.
I'm thinking about you. You don't appear to be that old enough to, but you grew up in it.
I grew
and
up
all
in
these
it.
people were around.
I grew up in it.
Yeah.
I was blessed enough to grow up in it. I mean,
that's a huge blessing.
I mean, not only them, but like, you know, the Rolling Stones, you know, setting it up and, you know, with Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. I mean, you know, I don't want to name drop, but these are people that that I was around.
That's right.
That's
right. You should, because
you know,
that will explain the richness and your, you know, dedication to the music.
Yeah.
As much as you have.
Yeah. I mean, you know, rock stars like the Black Crowes and, you know, all the rock stars.
I hear some of that. I hear a lot of that in some of your music.
Because I love them. They were really good friends of ours.
Really?
Yeah. When he was married to Kate Hudson, that period, right before he got married to her, we were like really good buddies. Like it was like good cop, bad cop for a minute. And I mean, you know, of course I was a good cop. But I think it's, you know, he's a good cop now, but I love their intensity. I love their energy. They're like, you know, they rock out. You know, they was good friends and they loved my dad. I introduced them to my dad, and you know, my dad loved them, and you know, like, I mean, yeah, like we were blessed. We were blessed.
You have an amazing musical history, and you're living it.
Yeah.
At present. So you have any, I know you do. You said you have an upcoming tour.
Yeah, Florida tour. We're going back down to Florida.
Okay.
They love Chicago blues down there. Okay. I think half the state down there is from Chicago. So. But we're working on the West Coast tour.
Okay.
We're going west to Utah, but we filling in dates. We're hitting Iowa, possibly Nevada. We're working on Boise, California. You know, so we worldwide. We play all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the most important thing to you in your life right now?
The most important thing is, you know, preserving my father's legacy, because his legacy is rich. It's very rich. He has hit records, trailblazing my own.
Absolutely.
My own legacy, you know, keeping that going, doing it the way that I vision. On my own, financially, you know, able, and preserving, you know, the blues in general, like not only Chicago blues, but the blues, like, you know, keeping it where it belongs, letting it expand, you know, and just, you know, those are the three things that's most important to me, besides my family. You know, that goes without saying. That's my family, that's number one, you know, but when it comes down to the music, that's the main thing that, yeah, those three things, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being able to sit and talk with you and experience your music. Everyone, again, whenever whenever I almost called you your dance now and said Lonnie. I was gonna say whenever he's in town.
Yeah.
But whenever Wayne Baker Brooks is in town, you better go see him.
Come on now, we're gonna have some fun, man.
Right.
We love to have fun. You know, I won the Chicago Music Award for Best Blues Entertainer for a reason. Come on out.
That's right. That's right. Okay, and everybody, if you can, make sure that you follow Shy Panther and Friends on YouTube and Instagram. You can keep up with Wayne. He on his social media is Wayne Baker Brooks.
Wayne Baker Brooks.
And go ahead.
At Wayne Baker Brooks, Facebook.com/Wayne Baker Brooks. And then my page is Facebook.com/Wayne Baker Brooks Music.
All right.
And my website is WayneBakerBrooks.com. Yep.
Okay, everybody. And special thanks to a lot of my supporters, especially my brother, Gary Martin, who's also a musician. Thank you guys so much. And I think that'll do it for us today.
Right on. Thank y'all. See y'all soon.
All right. God bless.
God bless.
Yay.